Hello everybody and welcome to another replay analysis. This is Spider here, and today I'll be going over for analysis for Mr. Samurai Hyper Jr., also in game known as Penrose Spitfire. He's asked for some general game knowledge, and currently he's ranking silver, so what we'll be going over is probably just basic positioning and how to do proper hits on the ball. That's what I'm assuming at first, but that's also judging from what I've seen from the other two replays that I've got from him. So let's just jump right in it. Okay, seems like you pop the ball over here, which doesn't really give you much. You just see the exact moment when you pop the ball. Okay, so just to give you a quick overview, right now, from what you can see on the screen, you're not going to be challenged to the ball. It's all yours. You can take your time with it and make something proper going on. Hitting it straight on is not going to give it either much height, or going to make it even relatively hard for the opponents to block it or play it out. So this is just advancing forward. It's not bad, but it's not good either. You should have been more to the right over here, but that's just because of that little bounce. Alright, so this save was, I mean, you saved it, but it didn't really help your team out much because you're the last man back. And as last man back, of course, you have the job as to not get balled on. You're not, the ball is not supposed to get past you in either way. That's your job as last man back. So you did that, but then again, you should also try to play in a safe place. The safe place is where you want to play the ball, or either the corners, or you want to get a good clear out. So just to show, because you had a lot of time here, you were positioned alright because the shot could have actually gone to the right, so you could have saved that. It's just that you didn't take any time to readjust what you're going to do from here. And I know it seems a bit overwhelming to do that at first, since we're still talking about silver level of play. But still, you should be able to at least hit it to the corner. So just a little back off, just hit it with your nose. If you would have turned just a little bit, you could have gotten the same height that you got on this little pop, but you could have just at least put it somewhere midfield. That would be, for this level, that would be enough to make a problem for the opponents. Alright, but your teammate helps you out over here, which is alright. And also, you didn't arrow, so I think I've seen this in the other replay. So in moments like these, you should be already air rolling. When you watch this, actually, I'll just ask you about the controls. So I'll just hit you up on Discord about that one. There's no real reason for you to be in the corner right over here. Yeah, you would have been better off being midfield, because right now Kalahar is going to hit the ball sideways, and he's going to beat Sniper Scout with that ball, and the other two players are going to have to reposition towards that ball so they can at least try to challenge it. So if you would have been in goal from around right over here, I know you've tripped over here, but if you would just leave the ball to your teammates, went into like a goalie position, somewhere just mid goal, and started pushing up the moment you see that they have possession of the ball and are able to play forward, you would have been better off for this pass that's gonna happen. And somehow that goes through. You should have been just out of this quicker. Like, you're driving right under the ball and not doing much with it. Okay, the boost steal is alright, but nothing. This is in this position, I would already assume, okay, I can't do anything. But from here, you could actually just go for bumps. I say you're positioned perfectly to go for bumping the other team, which are just lined up perfectly for that. And also go for another boost steal if you want to do that. Just about the mechanics then. So what you want to do here, your position just straight onto the ball. You need to be a bit more to the left if you want to make it go right, and you're gonna have to try to start adjusting your car mid-air for shots like these. So I'll show you later on free play just how to kind of go about that. Let me just note that down. And I'll give you a little talking point about that one. Also, the flip to the right side was just a bit too early. That's why the ball went straight on. You could have gone about this hit just jumping straight towards it from here and not actually flipping into it. You don't always have to flip to the ball, so I would usually recommend that you do the flips whenever you think you're going to be passing or shooting, so that's or clearing, of course. And also it was the wrong flip, so left side would have actually made you hit the ball with the corner of the car and maybe made a pass out of it. You would have at least hit the wall there. Okay, so that was teammate's fault for going there, but I do understand that he didn't trust that you're gonna have that ball. He should have been somewhere back. Okay, you don't want to go for the ball here. The demo was nice, but you don't want to go for the ball here. And you're already overextending your rotation. So right from here, I would already assume that you should be rotating using the midfield, since Kalahar is going way too early for the goal. He's going way too early for the ball. Captain Crunch is going to be rotating with you, and he'll take the first challenge when you guys get back. The demo. Okay, so the demo was nice, and after that you should really just rotate behind Captain Crunch. So just turn right, drive to the back post or mid goal, and turn around and be ready for the pass that's going to be coming from the corner, which I assume is going to be, or just be ready for anything that comes from that way. Like, there's no way you're going to have a good touch out of this going in from there. You see, Captain Crunch, if you look at what happened before, Captain Crunch was rotating from the moment that you were behind the ball after that failed corner kick. He's rotated properly, he's waited. The other guy failed. I have no idea how Kalahar got here, by the way. And he got some kind of clear on. Okay, got some patience, but once again you're putting the whole team on one side, because both of your teammates are committing to one side, sure, but you shouldn't be the one to do that as well, because there may be some kind of hit that crosses the ball to the other side, and you won't be ready for that. Okay, you take it slow. The backflip is generally, I'm gonna say this, that you want to avoid backflipping. Like, you don't get in that much power as you would imagine that you're gonna get out of those. Okay, that was a bit smooth. Just on the dribbling part, because I think if you've tried to start a dribble there, you just over boosted. So this little touch was alright, just to start the dribble. Okay, and you should have stopped boosting around here if you wanted to keep control over the ball, because you were already hitting it with your side. Okay, that's good that you backed off. Alright. They're keeping patient, which is very nice. Okay. I think you've turned off ball cam a bit too much over here, because you're not. I get the idea of turning off ball cam to get boost, but not when you're the one advancing and waiting for a pass. Because if any in these moments, let me show you. From here, Kalahar has somewhat possession, and during that little time that you didn't have ball cam on, you had no idea what Kalahar was gonna happen to Kalahar, if he was gonna get the ball past those two players, or he was gonna get challenged and it's gonna go back to your own goal. In the event that it goes through for the enemy team, you're just gonna be grabbing their back boost, and your teammates are gonna get scored on. So you know that kind of sucks. Simple as that. Just a bit unclean on that one, and also you did kind of cut off your teammate. If you've already shown that you're going back over here, it takes a lot for you to turn back and readjust for a good hit on the ball. And as you'll see, it's one of the only times that I'm gonna switch to another player's view. Let me just show you from Kalahar. Okay, so he's waiting for a crunch, and look at this. This is the moment that he saw that, okay, you dude are going back, so I'm just gonna go jump and try to get this big aerial going. And you've cut him off because of your turn. And it's just a bit lucky, and Captain Crunch is, I see Captain Crunch is actually the guy who's trying to, you know, put in some work here. It's only because of him that you guys didn't get scored on. Yeah, and a decent shot from him. Okay. Good patience, I have to say. Like, just mechanically, which I'll try not to dwell on too much. Okay, now first off, positioning. So positioning over here was good, but the moment that this ball flew out, you should be up to get it, since Kalahar is literally flying in your face, screaming, "I'm on defense!" But yeah. And also just a bit too early on those flips, and I think there's really just a bit too sideways. You would be better off with this flip if you have turned your car if you have to turn your car a bit sideways first, so that way you just kind of align your corner to be the front of your car, like one of your wheels to be the front of your car, and then diagonally flip into that direction of that wheel, so that way you're going to be using your corner to hit, and right behind you, you're going to have your whole body supporting that dodge, so you're going to cover some ground there, some air. But yeah, you shouldn't be going towards the ball here like this. If for whatever reason Kalahar is hesitating, it also might be the fact that you're trying to just kind of linger around the ball, which for me personally, even on diamond level, it does make me kind of hesitate when somebody's still trying to linger and make a play out of it, because double commits are kind of bad at that on higher levels. Bad turn. Like you've seen Kalahar over 5 seconds ago that he's gonna be approaching. This is a position that you would actually want to be in, so just have a look. Like, he's getting ready to do something. I'm not saying that he might, but he probably is. It's his turn for the ball. And look at you. And boom, you're just right next to him. And you double committed, you cut your teammate, and you got balled on exactly with him. So I think you've passed that little occasion. All right, kind of safe to play to the corner. You would have been ready for this pass, but you just need to get some distance. Like, this is a bit too close. The ball has bounced off the wall. It's gonna go. There's forward and right-sided momentum. So if Crunch hits the ball right now, it's gonna go a bit to the midfield. And you've just boosted also way too much speed to actually react to that. So being fast is good, but just remember that it's also relative. So if you're gonna have a ball popped up right in front of you, you should just slow down a bit. Take the finger off the trigger a bit. Just make sure you're still going at a decent speed, but you can still react to a ball that's going to be like that. Because Crunch is trying to get a good infield pass from here, which he actually did. Okay, so they play it off to you. I mean, Kalahar now cut you. For situations like these, so from around, like, let's say this moment, I would turn off ball cam. Like around here for sure, because you're gonna be seeing the ball in ball cam. In car cam. So you'll be able to actually get a good hit, and otherwise the camera is kind of screwing with you. So you're not gonna get unless you're really used to it. You're not gonna get a good touch in. As you see, the ball just kind of just goes over you. And you've completely left that. Like, you're the last man back from this position, since you got both your teammates behind you, in front of you. Kalahar is going to try to get behind you somehow. You get balled on. Kalahar readjusts the ball for you, which is good, but you should be taking it to the corner. So just slow down a bit, turn left, hit it towards the post, hit it from the left side, and just take it on the wall, or just hit it off the wall to the corner, and that'll buy your team just enough time to rotate and get a defense on. Kalahar is going for some nutty stuff. He gets a save out of it at least. Okay. No reason for you to be advancing. No reason. From over here, you got the enemy approaching. You got two teammates in a corner, and nobody's defending goal. I mean, in a better, if there was some more power on that, and the enemies would have been in a good position, that would have been actually an infield pass off that 50-50, and nobody was defending a goal. If anybody would have tried to shoot that, goes wide open. Just to give you a little view on that. Fly cam. Right over here. Right over here. This is when you left the goal open. The reason that Captain Crunch advanced is because Kalahar showed that he's not going to have it after the hit right over here. He's not in position to have this. You've missed the ball over here, and Kalahar is not going to get that because he's on the wall, and Captain Crunch is right in assuming that he's not going to jump off the wall and get clear in. So he just takes it over for him. Oh, actually, that was Captain Crunch who hit it to the side. Well, that could have been a mistake if anybody was approaching. But this is your ball right now. Okay. But like I said, from this little hit right here, this little side flip by Captain Crunch, that could have been a shot in. So back to you. Okay, so once again, you just hit the ball forward. About this, okay, so earlier I did say that hitting the ball forward right there was kind of bad, but right here you're in a 1v1. So what you want to do is make sure that you beat the goalie, and he's not going to be able to hit the ball. So you did speed up a bit, you popped the ball up. I mean, not that much. You did just hit it forward with some power. No control. You're gonna have just one hit on this ball, like judging from here, because you're supersonic right behind it. The ball is going quite fast. What you want to do is actually just jump up above the ball a bit earlier than your opponent is going to hit it, because even if he flips into the ball, you're going to be covering. I'm going to show you. Oh, you're actually making me work, because there's a lot of times I'm turning off the player cam. So let's get out of here. I'll just go a bit slow-mo. Right over here, what you want to do is be over the ball around here. You can't see my mouse in game, so you want to be right over here, like in this place, so that when, is it 25? Yeah. So that when sniper goes up for a hit, he's gonna hit the ball from under around here. It's gonna go upwards, and I'm gonna have to ask you to imagine just that, how it goes an upwards angle, and you're already blocking that. Otherwise, but now you just made a 50-50 and it just pops up. It wasn't bad, but you know, you could have done better over there. Okay. You're too close, way too close. I already hear Captain Crunch approaching from behind in my headphones, and he's gonna have a bit more time to actually get to that. There you go. Like, the thing is, to get a proper hit in, you either have to be quick to the ball, that's one thing, so you're not going to be challenged, or you have to get some good speed and some good speed and position on it. So Captain Crunch was in a better position, and I could just judge that by the way that he's playing. Alright, you get a kickoff in. Crunch is getting that. I mean, you jumped a bit too early for that. The thing is, for balls that are approaching you, you don't want to jump up too high, because just like you earlier, you had a lot of speed in, and you're not going to hit the ball very high up if the ball is going forward with a high speed. That's just how the game works. It's easier to pop a ball that's going towards you than it is to hit a ball up that's going forward. So you shouldn't actually be dunking over here. You should be trying to challenge properly, as in, I don't know, turn a bit left and try to side flip right. But the main problem is, you're the last man back again. Your job is not to get balled on, not to win the ball. I don't know, I didn't see you air roll earlier, so it seems like you're familiar. But you should be air rolling a bit more towards your shots, and also for recovery, because from the other replays I've seen you get stuck on recovery, like I think the earlier one where you tripped off the goalpost, and sometimes you're also getting stuck in net. Alright, Kalahar did cut you, but you get I mean, he has enough room to rotate and go for it, so it's not that bad. He should not be going for that, so the moment that you saw him jump for it, I mean, you're in a proper position to go for it from here. This is the moment that you can properly go for it. I mean, actually just here, because this is when you see that Kalahar is not going to have a hit off the wall, and it's going straight towards you. If you would have jumped up a bit earlier, but you know, you still have to know that you're going to hit it, you could have gotten a good clear in and just put it to at least the enemy corner and made some kind of play from there. Like, so this, let me just say, this was your go, and this was your no-go. That was your little window of when you had to went and be faster to the ball than Kalahar. It would have been his fault for double committing, but if you would have beat him to the ball, at least you would have gotten it forward. Okay. Yeah, so Crunch is ready for that. I mean, you've got 70 boost. I don't see why it's important for you to take even more boost. seeing that Kalahar just cut you off earlier and he went for a ball, and then he also boosted for that jump which got it nowhere, and you have no idea if there's any boost for him. Just, it's good to leave this one out. Okay. Like, I do not understand the idea of going for this. Like, this is, it seems like you're so set on getting the ball right now, while Captain Crunch still has it. There's this little concept that you're gonna have to learn, but it comes with experience. It's judging possession. So it's not as it comes down to the obvious thing, like if your teammate's dribbling, but the most important, I mean, the basic is your teammate gonna get the next hit? If so, try to position around that. So over here, Captain Crunch is not getting challenged. He's gonna have the next hit, so there's no reason for you to try to boost and get that hit in the ball. And also, you're gonna be doing a straight shot towards two people, which, I mean, it doesn't do much. He gets a good shot in. I mean, you were just a bit late to the whole thing. You get the boost, but there's no reason for you to go for the ball. You're still following the ball for no reason. Just rotate out, because any bit more to the right and you would have blocked the shot from Kalahar. And also, like, you got the boost over here, and right when you hit supersonic, there's no reason for you to boost anymore. Like, you could just stop using the boost and just rotate out. You have two teammates behind who are going to hit the ball forward. Once again, I'm going to change the camera. You've got two people that are ready. I mean, okay, Kalahar is ready, Crunch is rotating, but from your point of view, you got two people that are going to be hitting the ball forward. And I'm just going to stick to that, because as far as silver, gold, and the beginning of platinum goes, it's just generally of hitting the ball forward until you get a goal in. Simple as that. Not to be saying that everybody's bad at that level, but it comes down to that. But real position play comes down later on around champ level. Just a bit to the right, and you would have actually hit it against Kalahar, and it would have been bad around here. And that's what I meant. You boosted all the way to just to flip at speed. Like, just instead, just use the midfield to rotate back. Just give yourself some room to be able to react to, because in any other case, like let's say Sniper Scout would have gotten this ball through Kalahar, if you would have used the midfield and rotated into goal and turned right to see what's happening from that side, you could have actually gotten, maybe have gotten a defense, and at least you would have been in position to. And once again, you're just driving up towards the ball and letting it just get over your head. Like, I don't know. Just give yourself some room. If you're not confident with going for aerials, like going for this rebound, I'm gonna show you where. If you don't feel confident in getting this rebound over here, then just slow down a bit. No reason for you to turn right. Once again, you're turning into a corner which already has two teammates in it. So given that it's bad that two teammates are in a corner, should not be happening, but this is still low level, but you should not be turning with them, because right now all of you are defending the corner. See, it's like if a ball just goes in, who's gonna defend and how? You're gonna be making a really like last second shot, and I mean last second save at best. Just a bit early on the flip. Like, I think you're flipping a bit too early, so I'll try to note that. I'll note that down. and give you a little bit talking point about that later. And that would be it. I mean, the last thing I could say is like you're shadowing the ball quite well as to what's going to be happening next, because you see Kalahar is going to have it, but he's not going to have a pass since he's hitting it from the left. It would take a lot of power to hit it off the wall and make it go towards midfield. So you're shadowing what's going to be happening. Like here it could have been a pass, and here it could have been a clear, but you're just going a bit too slow for that. Like you're getting in position quite well. You're using all your boost to get in some kind of position, but then not using the boost to actually just go straight for the ball when you have to. Okay, so that'll be it for that one. I'm just going to go into free play, and one training pack that I'm going to send you, which was recommended to me as well when I had my analysis done. So first off, the talking point was air rolling to adjust to a ball. So let's go about that. What I mean is adjusting your car. Adjusting your car so you're not just hitting it straight forward, like somewhere around there. Just making it look like that a bit, because hitting it straight on when the ball is a bit to your side is a bit hard, because you're gonna miss and you don't get anything else. If you turn a bit, then you at least have the rest of your body, I mean the rest of the car's body actually kind of supporting that. Just like there, I missed with my corner, but I at least hit it with that. And the shot that you should have made back when I saved that little talking point, let me just try to pop it there, was something along the lines of that. So just kind of setting your corner to be your focus point and then flipping with it. Let me just pop the ball again. So in reverse, this is going to be in reverse, but somewhere along the lines of that. Also, well, okay, this is a bit early to start about dribbling and wall aerials, but it would be nice if you could just go into free play and try to do stuff like this, even just basically just hitting the ball once up the wall, it's up the wall, hit it once, and that'll be more than enough to make a good advance forward on your level. The other thing was air rolling for recovery, so let me just go over recovery really quick. So I think it was right over here when you've got that trip in, something along the lines of that. So try to go into free play and put yourself in awkward positions and just try to recover, because like you flipped over there and you kept up. Instead, you had some boost over there, as I remember from the replay, similar like that, even if you're going a bit more quicker. Just try to make your movement smooth. And from one of the other replays that I've seen, you've gotten stuck in the goal, doing something along the lines of this, I remember. And I'm sorry if I'm being very specific about what you did. I'm sorry if it sounds harsh, but I'm just going to show you a better way to go around it. Like I think you've jumped off, and without any speed, you actually just kind of flipped. You kind of just dropped up from here and just kind of flipped in place and stuck in the enemy goal for quite a while. And that was a twos match, which means there might be a lot more consequence for not being around the ball. So basically, a general thing that I say is, whenever there's a play going and you're going to be trying to hit the ball towards the goal, and let's just say you got a hit in, you flip towards over here, and either the ball gets saved or you miss, whatever happens, instead of just trying to back off or making some awkward turns or whatever, just drive straight through and flip out. If you don't have, even if you just crash like into here, it's quite easy to, you know, regain your position from the back and the roof of the goal, and just flip out, arrow, and you're on your way to rotating back. The same thing goes for sides, so you can just easily get out of there. And about your flipping, okay, so that was the one that I'm gonna be sending to you is this one. Like, this is the one that I've got recommended, and it's actually helped me, even though the first like 10 shots are really basic. But this is a good training map to really just kind of go on through whenever you have the time, and whenever you feel like you're advancing or not, just to work on shooting mechanics. Because there's a whole bunch, and there's a lot of different shots that you have to approach differently, and you can just kind of mess around with. Like, creativity in Rocket League does get rewarded. Okay, so just try to go about these shots, getting a lot of power and putting it to the top corner. That's the most optimal. I mean, optimal. That's the kind of end goal that you want to have. You have a lot of power, around 80 to 90 kilometers per hour, or I'm not sure how much that is in miles, and having it go around the top level, at least crossbar or bottom left, bottom right, or if you feel, whenever you feel more confident, try to go repeat one shot and try to get all 4 corners. So just mess around and just try to get a good shot in, like I can't do right now for some reason. Like, this one's just a bit too low. Just try to mess around there, and I seriously don't know why I can't get a good shot in. So over here, like on these basic shots, you're just going to work on your timing when you're jumping, and how that affects your shot. Like, the earlier you jump, the lower the shot you're going to get. Okay, I really don't know why I can't get a good shot in, though. Seems really awkward. Alright. So, other than that, I think I've covered most of the major points. So if you have any questions, and I will hit you up on Discord about the control things, just to see what you're doing on and if that's optimal. And that should be it for this one. So, see you around.